What if the next Einstein never sleeps, never takes a coffee break, and works in a lab that runs itself? In 2026, that scientist is already here. It is not human. And it just discovered things that took us decades to find. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the most underrated revolution of the decade. Not chatbots. Not image generators. I am talking about AI scientists. Machines that form their own hypotheses, design their own experiments, run their own simulations, and publish discoveries without a single human in the loop. Sounds like science fiction, right? Except it is already happening in labs at Berkeley, Microsoft, Google DeepMind, and in universities you have never heard of. By the end of this video, you will understand why the next Nobel Prize might go to a machine. And why that is both terrifying and incredible. Let us dive in. First, let us talk about the scale of what these AI scientists are doing. For over a decade, human researchers have slowly cataloged materials for batteries, semiconductors, and clean energy. The Materials Project at Berkeley Lab holds over 200,000 known materials and nearly 600,000 molecules. It took 14 years of painstaking work by thousands of scientists to build that library. Now, here is the kicker. Google DeepMind trained an AI called GNoME on that data. And in a single run, that model predicted nearly 400,000 new stable materials. 400,000. That is more than double what humanity had discovered in all of recorded history. And these are not random guesses. The AI predicts the crystal structure, the stability, the electron behavior. Scientists then verify the best candidates in real labs. What used to take decades now takes weeks. Subscribe now if you want to see where this is heading, because it only gets crazier from here. Second, these AI scientists are not just predicting things. They are designing brand new materials from scratch. Microsoft built a generative model called MatterGen that does for chemistry what image generators do for pictures. You tell it what properties you want, and it invents a molecule that has them. Microsoft Azure Quantum used that exact approach to design a brand new battery electrolyte. Toyota Research Institute is using similar AI tools to hunt for next-generation electric vehicle materials. And here is the part that should blow your mind. Traditional materials discovery has a hit rate around one successful compound for every 1,000 tested. AI-guided discovery flips that. Instead of testing 1,000 random candidates and hoping one works, the AI designs 50 candidates where most of them are worth testing. That is a 20-fold improvement in efficiency. In an industry where every failed experiment costs months of time and millions of dollars, that is not an upgrade. That is a new era. Third, let us talk about the autonomous lab. Because prediction is only half the story. In 2026, robotic labs can physically run the experiments themselves. Picture a room full of robot arms, pipettes, and sensors, all coordinated by an AI that decided what to test, mixed the chemicals, measured the results, and adjusted its next hypothesis on the fly. No human needed between question and answer. Researchers call these self-driving labs. They run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no sick days, no weekends, no grant-writing distractions. One AI-driven chemistry system recently proposed new battery materials faster than a team of human researchers could even review the proposals. The human scientists are becoming the reviewers, not the discoverers. That division of labor is exactly what the field wants. AI accelerates. Humans direct. But the acceleration is so fast now that the lab notebook is basically writing itself. Fourth, we have to talk about medicine, because this is where AI scientists save lives directly. For decades, drug discovery followed the same brutal path. 10 to 15 years of trials, billions of dollars, and a 90% failure rate. Generative chemistry changed the math. AI models trained on hundreds of millions of known compounds can now propose new drug candidates in weeks instead of years. They simulate how those molecules bind to disease targets before a single physical trial happens. In 2026, that pipeline is already fast-tracking therapies for rare genetic disorders and emerging virus strains. And here is the wild part. The AI does not just find drugs that work. It finds drugs that work in ways humans did not predict, unlocking mechanisms that researchers had never considered. Generalist medical AI now reads X-rays, blood panels, and genomes together, spotting early risk signals that even specialist doctors miss. The machine is not replacing the doctor, but it is becoming the doctor's most brilliant colleague. Fifth, and this is the part that keeps scientists up at night. AI is moving into pure mathematics and fundamental physics. We already saw AI models crack problems in knot theory and suggest new connections in geometry. Now researchers are using AI to explore quantum entanglement applications and to hunt for hidden laws of nature in massive datasets. The frightening truth is that AI does not think like we do. It finds patterns that human intuition would never consider. Some mathematicians openly admit they do not fully understand the proofs AI generates. They can verify them, but they cannot always explain why the approach works. That is the moment science stops being about human insight and starts being about machine discovery with human verification. It is humbling. And it is also the most exciting frontier in human history. If you have made it this far, you clearly love the future as much as we do, so hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. You will not want to miss what comes next. So let us recap. AI scientists are cataloging hundreds of thousands of new materials. They are designing custom molecules on demand. They are running autonomous labs around the clock. They are cutting drug discovery from decades to weeks. And they are cracking open mathematics itself. The pattern is unmistakable. We have entered the era of machine discovery. The question is no longer whether AI can do science. It clearly can. The question is how fast we can keep up. Some people fear that answer. I think it is the most exciting time in history to be alive. If this video sparked something in you, drop a comment telling us what you think AI will discover next. And subscribe for a new video every single day. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.